Hola, soy yo, Vicky, otra vez. Y hoy vamos a mirar este verbo acabar. So, I'm Vicky, as you know, hopefully. Maybe you're new to my channel. If you're new, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Basically, in this video, we're going to look at the verb acabar. So, maybe you've seen this video before, maybe you haven't seen this video before, but it's got a couple of different meanings, sort of similar meanings that are similar but different, I suppose, if that makes sense. Okay, well, basically, acabar in itself as a verb is a regular AR verb, and it means to finish doing something. But it has some various sort of slight variations on that meaning. So, first of all, we're going to look at how we use it reflexively. If we use acabar reflexively, if you don't know what a reflexive verb is, there are lots of videos on my channel about reflexive verbs. So if you put reflexive verbs into the search engine, yes, on my channel, you will get lots of videos on reflexive verbs. If you have the books, reflexive verbs are explained in level 2 of my Break the Language Barrier series. If you don't have the books, they are available on any Amazon site for learning at home, and there are videos that go along with each of the exercises. Okay, so we make it reflexive and it's acabarse. So this is to finish oneself. I mean, it sounds odd, but let's look at some explanations. So if we were saying the concert finished, we would use it reflexively. Nobody finished the concert, it finished. So in a way, it finished itself. It wasn't I finished it or you finished it. The concert finished. So it's el concierto se acabó. The concert finished itself. O el partido se acabado. The match, a partido is a match like a football match, tennis match. The football match or the match has finished. Again, nobody stopped it, nobody finished it, it just came to an end, a natural end. So, whereas if you were saying something that you particularly had finished, like if I was to say, I finished my homework, I finished it. Not the homeworks finished themselves, I finished the homework, then we don't use it reflexively and it would just be acabé mis deberes. So this is how acabarse works. Acabarse we use reflexively when we're talking about that something comes to a natural end. Yeah, the concert finished, the match has finished, or the course has finished. Yeah, not I finished the course. If I finished it, if I stopped going, I would not use it reflexively. Okay, comprendes? If there's ever anything you don't understand, you can always ask me a question in comments. It might be just the question that somebody else wants to ask. Another way of using acabar is with de plus infinitive, and that is to have just finished doing something. In English, we say just, don't we? Oh, I've just arrived, or I've just had my lunch. In Spanish, we can use acabar de for this. Acabo de escribir una carta. I have just written a letter. Acabamos de comer. We have just eaten or had lunch, or we've just had lunch, yeah. Acaban de salir. They have just left. Acababas de decírmelo. You have just told me. So notice we use it not in in English we would use the present perfect. I have just finished my lunch. But in Spanish you don't use present tense or the imperfect for past. So something you had just finished, you use the imperfect. Something you have just finished, you use the present. So it's completely different to how we would say it in English. We are going to look at some more examples later. Okay, then a third way we can use acabar is acabar por plus infinitive. And this is to finally end up doing something and is only ever the preterite tense. Again, if you don't know what the preterite tense is, you need to find the videos on my channel that explain the preterite. And again, it's explained in level 2 of my Break the Language Barriers series, which you can find on any Amazon site, and the links are below in comments. So, acabé, acabaste, acabó, acabamos, acabastes, acabaron. Those are the endings for the preterite tense. So, yeah, you finally end up doing something. Here we've got a couple of examples. Acabé por llegar a mi casa. I finally arrived at my house. Or acabamos por ir en tren. And that one I think is more translates in English to we ended up going by train. So it's to finally do something or to end up doing something. So acabamos por ir en tren is we ended up going by train. José acabó por bailar conmigo. So Jose finally danced with me, or Jose ended up dancing with me. Acabaste por conseguir un trabajo. You finally found a job, or you ended up finding a job. Okay, so yeah, it's interesting. So we've got acabar de, to have just done something. Acabar por, plus infinitive again, is to finally do something or to end up doing something. Okay, and then one more, acabar con algo or alguien. It could be a person as well. You could finish, so you finish with something, or you destroy something, or you ruin someone or something. So I've got algo up at the top here, but it could be alguien if it was a person. So let's have the examples. Ese gol acabó con el juego. So that goal finished the game. Yeah, if there's, if they think there's someone's 2-0 up and you think they've got a chance of winning, but then when they go to 3-0 in the last 5 minutes or whatever, that finishes the game. You're pretty certain there that the game is going to be won by whoever's 3-0 up. So, ese gol acabó con el juego. Acabaste con nuestro matrimonio. So that would be you destroyed our marriage, or you finished our marriage. Yeah, acabaste con nuestro matrimonio. And then it doesn't happen here very often, but occasionally, but it certainly would happen in Inglaterra or other European countries. La lluvia acabó con nuestra barbacoa. So the rain finished off or ruined or destroyed our barbecue. La lluvia acabó con nuestra barbacoa. Okay, so are we with it so far? Acabar on its own is to finish. If we use it reflexively, when we're talking, which I can't find the sheet that I've written that on for some reason. Where's that gone? But anyway, yeah. When we use it reflexively, it's when something comes to a natural end. El concierto se acabó. El partido se ha acabado. But we would say, acabé mis deberes. Then we looked at how we use it with de, excuse me, plus infinitive, to have just finished doing something. Acabo de escribir una carta. Acabamos de comer. Acaban de salir. Acababas de decírmelo. So I have just written a letter, present tense. We would use present perfect in English, but in Spanish use present. Acabamos de comer, we had finished eating. Acaban de salir, they have just left. Acababas de decírmelo, you had just told me. Then we looked at how we use acabar, por plus infinitive, to finally end up doing something. Always used in the preterite. Acabé, acabaste, acabó. Acabamos, acabastes, acabaron. Por. For example, acabé por llegar a mi casa. So I finally arrived at my house. Acabamos por ir en tren. We ended up going by train. Jose acabó por bailar conmigo. Jose finished up or ended up dancing with me, or finally danced with me. Acabaste por conseguir un trabajo. You finished up getting a job, or you ended up, or you finally got a job. Acabar con algo, to finish something, or ruin something, or destroy something, or someone. Ese gol acabó con el juego. This goal finished off the game, or ended the game, I suppose. Acabaste con nuestro matrimonio. You finished off our marriage. La lluvia acabó con nuestra barbacoa. The rain ruined or destroyed our barbecue. Okay, so we're going to just look at a few sentences. Now, it's a good idea now to freeze the video, write down these sentences and see if you can translate them. The party was terrible, so we ended up leaving early. What time did the class finish? I have just arrived in Madrid. When did you finish the shopping? Han acabado con vivir en Inglaterra. Oh, I've done a Spanish one at the end. Okay, well, you can translate that one into English. It's funny sometimes. It's a good sign, really, because when your brain doesn't really distinguish between English or Spanish, it's a good sign. It means your Spanish is quite good. So I've gone through all those and done the English, and then at the end I've decided I'm going to put a Spanish one in without even noticing until now. So what your tarea is, your deberes, if you like, your little bit of homework, to translate them. The first 4 into Spanish, and the last one's already in Spanish, so you can translate that one into English. I will correct them for you if you want to send me a message or leave a comment with what you think the answers are, and I will let you know if they're correct or not. A couple of things, and I haven't got the books handy next to me, so just bear with, as they say, one moment. So I just want to show you my new book, which has now been published and is available to buy on any Amazon site. And this is in English, may interest you. Confessions of a Spanish Teacher. It's a bit of memoirs of how I came to live in Spain and become a Spanish teacher. You may find it interesting, I hope so. Anyway, it's available on any Amazon site, Confessions of a Spanish Teacher, Vicki Riley. Or, of course, if you want to learn Spanish at home, break the language barrier starting with level 1, Vicki Riley is available on any Amazon site. Thank you all to everyone who's bought one already. Thank you for your support. If you found this video useful, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And if you press the notifications bell, you should receive notifications of all new videos. Vale, okay, so hope you're all well. Muchas gracias por mirar. Y te veo, que tu Dios vaya contigo y te veo muy pronto en el próximo video. Gracias. Hasta pronto.